Reporting as the news continues at 12:30, the hunt is on this midday for a violent robber in Lexington.
We first showed you this dramatic video over the weekend. A store clerk at the Tobacco Zone on North Broadway grabbed the robber's gun. The two then ended up in a struggle. Police now want to know if it's the same man behind 15 other recent robberies in town. WKYT's Victor Puente is at police headquarters now. It's our top story at 12:30. Victor?
That Friday night robbery was one of more than a dozen that have happened recently in Lexington. Police believe they know the identity of one of the men from that evening, but they aren't ready to say if he's connected to any of those other cases. On February 27th, two men walked into the Tobacco Zone on North Broadway as they were closing for the evening. One had a gun and demanded cash. As he was struggling to get that money out of the drawer, he put his gun down. That's when the clerk picked it up and pointed it at him. He rushed her and the two began to fight over the gun. Police say multiple shots were fired during that struggle, and it's possible one of the robbers was struck by a bullet. The two men ran from the store. Lexington police say 30-year-old Darnell Thomas Jr. was one of those two men. They put out a warrant for his arrest. In 15 other Lexington robberies, two men have held up businesses at gunpoint, but police don't know if Thomas was involved in any of those.
What we're seeing is that the suspect descriptions in these 15 cases have a range that are very similar. So we don't want to narrow the field so much that people think, oh, I shouldn't be paying attention to this. We're leaving all possibilities open, and we're leaving all possibilities on the table.
Despite the struggle and those gunshots, the clerk at the Tobacco Zone wasn't injured. She told us she did have some scrapes and some bruises. Police say she was very lucky to come away from that unharmed. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. Police have notified Lexington and regional hospitals in case anyone with a gunshot wound seeks treatment.